motorcycling can be classified as a risky endeavor. And nothing says "I love you, Dad" more than a child who buys his or her dad's favorite dad bike. That's right, every dad needs at least one dad bike in the spirit of Father's Day. I felt we should talk about the coolest, iconic, possibly impractical, and respectful motorcycles on the market today. So without any further thrills, I'm going to make a recommendation on the bike based on the type of dad you have. So let's check out the top dad bikes, possibly finding a bike for your dad. And remember, dad bikes are not about being cool. They're about being rebellious against cool, because your dad, well, you tell him, Gator.
Get it? There is a darkness inside of me. It wants to get out, wants to walk around. It wants some walking around money, and it wants to buy some shoes, and it wants to walk up with the people and say, "Hey, Gator don't play no shit." You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
That I paid for your college education and your diapers, Dad. For that gentleman, the 2022 F850 GS Adventure would be the perfect choice. Do I really have to say why this bike is on the list? It's a very popular adventure touring bike that is iconic and is always in demand. Good luck finding a pre-owned one. For most of the dads that purchase this bike, plan on keeping it until Armageddon. And if they don't, it's only because they traded it up for the newest model. Yes, this machine is that great. The bike was created for long trips and demanding terrains. The F850 GS Adventure is at home in the world, and it is clear to see. With the enhanced standard equipment like the TFT display, BMW Motorrad connected, the USB charge port, as well as ABS Pro and DTC, the dual sport motorcycle is even better prepared for long tours around the globe. Oh, if your dad is like some of our dads, a long tour around the neighborhood may be more appropriate to escape the yammering complaint from Mom. And yes, Mom, you don't have to call your kid and ask them to remind Dad to put the toilet seat down on his Facebook page. Mom, accept it. Dad doesn't put the toilet seat down, and he hasn't checked his Facebook page in 2 years. No, dads love the F850 GSA, and for its practicality, versatility, and for the fact that it kind of reminds him of a multi-tool, which he has 13 around the house and can never find one when he needs it. But that's another story. The "I'm a dad who likes to learn new tricks" stereotype. So for this dad, I'd recommend the KTM 450 SMR. It's not street legal stock, but your dad really doesn't care. He knows the police in his area. And yes, the KTM SMR 450 is for the discerning dad who can and likes to learn new tricks. And if you compare him to an old dog, he might slap the stupid out of you. This dad aims to let his back tire slip, continue practicing his wheelies he's been doing for 20 years, and isn't afraid of leaning into those corners like a pro. The 450 SMR should be on the track, but your dad, he likes the danger, the thrill of wheeling halfway to the grocery store to pick up some butter and a bottle of wine so he can finish the meal he's cooking for his wife. The KTM 450 SMR has raw power, unfiltered, no thrills attitude, just like Dad's strong jawline. P.S. Mom might want to up the life insurance on this dad, but don't you dare put that man in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Then there's the midlife crisis dad, or aka the first time writers club. Your dad realizes the kids are out of the house and he and his youth have parted ways, but surely he's still agile enough to be the man he was in his 20s, having adventures, wrestling tigers, attracting the woman that became your mom, even if it was temporary. So your dad is only getting the best and proper first motorcycle. Fresh out of the MSF riding course, mastering it on a mighty Honda Grom, he runs right to Wild West Motoplex and buys a 2020 Harley-Davidson Fatboy 114. The 114 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 engine purrs to life, allowing Dad to be the rebel he always knows that he was. He must have the bike of Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 2. And guess what? He got it. With satin chrome finishes, high performance front suspension, rear monoshock, this bike is bad. We also heard your dad is even thinking of getting a shotgun holster for his Fatboy. Well, at least that's the rumor. Then there's the "my son came into a lot of money" dad. For this gentleman, the BMW R18 Transcontinental is a motorcycle so revolutionary it may optimize your dad's enjoyment in life. The 1803cc two-cylinder boxer engine of the R18 is the highest displacement boxer BMW has ever built. The cylinders fire to life just like your dad after a morning cup of coffee, and he never puts the bike in rain mode. All he does is rock, cranks up his amazing Marshall surround sound system, blasting everything from Jimi Hendrix to mumble rap. Not by choice, but because he just got the bike in forgot how to change the satellite radio. But when he gets home, he most certainly definitely will figure that out. Yeah, your dad is turning heads and crushing it on his R18's TC, and we heard he was heading to his first bike rally this weekend. He also bought leather crossless chaps, so good thing you reminded him to wear jeans with those as well. Keep spoiling your parents, you titan of industry, and with incredible financing rates on the R18, you are also secretly making smart decisions. The next dad stereotype, the economic dad. In the world of stereotypes, economic dad is by far the most efficient. Just ask him. He always wants to make sure you got a good deal, even if it takes more time to know you got a good deal than the deal itself is worth. For this man of efficient tastes, we would recommend the Yamaha Zuma 125 scooter. With over 100 miles to the gallon, your dad would be amazed at how much money he can save on his commute to the office instead of taking the Chevy 2500 HD Silverado. Not only is your dad weaving through traffic without a care in the world, he's also saving the environment, or at least that's what mom is telling him. The military dad. Your dad either made his first 20-year career in the US military or possibly is just obsessed with the military and lived vicariously through you as you did 4 years in the Air Force. Either way, for this dad, there's nothing better than the new fuel-injected 2022 Kawasaki KR 650 Adventure in street camo. This bike may be a great choice for after the zombies take over, and the KR 650 Adventure is the bike that is light enough and efficient enough to go almost anywhere, adjust to whatever the task at hand demands. A low maintenance, a lower cost of ownership, this bike is ready for war or ready for a great time in the local national park. The KR 650 Adventure is a great choice for your dad and perhaps for you as well. With an MSRP of $76.99, perhaps you should get one for the entire family. And don't forget grandma, she wants to ride as well. The I've lived a long life, now it's time to go fast dad. Yes sir, for this man, nothing less than the Kawasaki SH2 Naked version of the bike. It was made for your dad to go fast, and we mean really fast. It's sleek, has a futuristic look, rip your arms off power, and we're not really sure how this bike is even street legal, but it is. And your dad saw an R1 on the interstate and decided to make that R1 eat his dust up to 186 just to make sure that guy knows old guys are still fast. At only 18K, this supercharged motorcycle is one of the first production bikes of its kind. However, no matter how dad tries to get mom to ride on the back, friends don't let her. The stylish dad. The dad who prefers to be called father because he likes the way it sounds. And he knows a thing or two about style. He knows his history and is likely a sharp dresser. Maybe he lives in Soho or Milano or perhaps even Austin, Texas. The Honda CB1000R is a most unique bike that is full of an elegant design, details that make it look as a work of art. A bike for the cultured father. The motorcycle speaks to him, just don't encourage him to wear his $1,000 Italian loafers while riding, lest he enjoy a shifter mark all over his shoes. Also, stylish dad, who are we joking? Just wear socks with your loafers. No one wants to smell your feet. In all seriousness, we all love our dads, and their happiness will always be important to our lives. No matter what type of dad you have, remember that riding a motorcycle always makes life better, and we here at Wild West Motoplex would love to earn your business. You can check us out online and see our inventory at wildwestmotoplex.com. We can help you get financed, and we have tons of options available. We sell most of the main Japanese brands. We're a BMW dealership, a KTM dealership, and we got the goods. Guys, thanks for watching our video, and have a happy Father's Day. And on behalf of Wild West Motoplex, I'm Watts. We'll see you next time.
Get it? There is a darkness inside of me. It wants to get out, wants to walk around. It wants some walking around money, and it wants to buy some shoes, and it wants to walk up to the people and say, hey, Gator don't play no shit.